right, you guys, welcome to day 2 of our challenge. All right, so this is day number 2. Yesterday, you guys would have done upper body with us. Today, we're moving right down to that lower body. So I hope you filled yourself up with some carbs yesterday because you're gonna need all the strength and power. We are going to focus on those legs. It is your job to go as heavy as your body can handle. Mark down maybe what you did this week so that next week you make that progress and you figure out what you can push yourself into. And you guys, that's about all it is. Make sure you have your water, your towel. If you have resistance bands, all your weights, mini bands, anything you have that can make this more difficult and challenging for you, that's what it's all about. So let's get started. All right, I want to start with just a little jog because I want to just build a little tiny bit of heat. So just a nice light warm up. This is something that honestly, you can just pick whatever moves you like. If say you broke the workout down and you headed to the gym because you really wanted to make it hard, just give yourself 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes of just a good little warm, all right? So I'm just getting the juices flowing, shaking it all out. Doesn't have to be super intense. I just want to make sure you're activating your core and you're starting to breathe. Nice, 5 seconds and we'll just go into some air squats. 3, 2, all right, let's plant those feet. Let's just go down and press. Nice. Can you give me full extension? Not super quick, okay? There's a difference between when you do air squats and you're not trying to hit 100%. You're trying to stay within that range, but I want you to practice pushing the floor and then coming out and pulling those legs up. Lifting, engaging, squeezing. I think that's really what a warm-up's all about. Starting to squeeze the muscles, starting to feel the muscles. Nice job. All right, let's open it up. Let's go side to side. Come up center and drop. Come up center and drop. Nice. You're really trying to press into that floor. Keep your chest as high as you can. Lift it. Beautiful. Woo, have a little hip pop there. Woo-wee. Couple more, and fold it over, and let's shift side to side. So there's a difference here. You're really pulling and stretching into those hips, quads, abductors, adductors, glutes, everything. Core, even your upper body's involved because you need to really keep it active, engaged, and lifted. Nice, come on. All right, let's take it to one side and just give me a nice hold for a second. This will give you time to really feel what you need to stretch and switch sides. Beautiful. All right, let's come center, walk those legs in, and let's just take it to a reverse lunge. Now, can you make sure your body has just a slight forward hinge so you are pressing into the front leg and pulling the back leg back together. Nice. So here I'll give you a little idea. Here, we have some Bulgarian split squats today, and I want you to practice pressing into the front heel because eventually, when you take that back foot off the ground, you're gonna really need to use that front leg for balance, stability, and the muscle strength. Nice. We're not trying to be too quick. All right, one more each side. And this time, take it down, drop the knee. Nice. Just push a little forward. Maybe you're extra flexible on the hips. Just draw your foot out a little more forward. Oh, I'm feeling this for you. Ay. It's good to get a good stretch. And we're getting warm so it doesn't feel that bad. All right, curl the toe, lift up that back leg. Use your power, switch. I'm already challenging you to activate and use those muscles, right? because eventually you're stronger than having to push up off the floor. You really are. You just gotta try, and you might surprise yourself. Woo. Forward a little bit more. Really activating that stretch. Nice. All right, curl the back toe, lift up, come together. You guys, let's go ahead. Just get a few hip circles. I'm just swinging those hips, rounding it out. Woo. Nice. All right, I'm gonna get one more. I'm gonna open my legs, just get a nice little twist, engaging my core. And when I feel ready, pull the core tight, exhale, twist to the other side. Nice. All right, when you feel ready, come on up. If you need a little extra quad stretch or hamstrings, calf stretch, go ahead and do that. It's totally up to you. All right, first round. This is the big round. This is where we challenge ourselves and we push ourselves to our max. Your repetition range will be 10 to 15. Week 1, I'm gonna really hold you guys to 15. Week 4 and beyond, I'm really gonna say, if you can hit 15 and you're not struggling, we gotta talk, we gotta change it up, we gotta figure out how to do those things. All right, so grab one weight, you've got goblet style squats, and then we're gonna drop that weight, and then we're gonna go into quick air squats. Now, if you do not have heavy weights, your air squats need to be banded just to add a little extra. I promise you that will help add those gains. All right, Dan got 50s, I got a 40. Now, we're gonna lift that weight up. The heavier it gets, clearly you might have to balance it on your body. If it is not heavy, I always challenge my people to go away from the body and use more of your power through your entire body, okay? So not resting it until you have to use the help, okay? All right, let's pick it up. Make sure our feet are a little wider than your hips and your toes are turned out just at least 5 degrees. You need to have a soft angle. All right, my friend, 10 to 15. Drop and push. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down, and you are pushing to work as good as you can. I got 5. I know you're right there with me. Nice. All right, from here, quick 20. You got it. Come on. Nice. All right. Quick little break. You need this break. You should need this break, okay? If you do not need a break, you gotta start thinking about ways to increase what you're doing. All right, I'm gonna talk during the break. Here's the deal. If your knees bend before your hips on a squat, you're gonna be a little more quad based. If you can put your hips in at an angle and bend your hips before your knees, you're gonna push it back. All right, that was our third week. So think about that. All right, think about how you would like the focus to be. Here we go. Full extension. Squeeze at the top. Come on. Focus. Nice. Quick 20. Let's go. All right, I want to show you. I'm not coming up 100%. I'm squeezing. I'm squeezing. Nice. Did you hear that? I am squeezing so tight. My heart rate is just shooting through the roof, okay? When I come up, I feel like my core engages even tighter because I'm essentially lifting and squeezing my entire body. I don't need to use my hands. That's where I'm at. Dan likes to move his hands. Very personal preference. Do not, one or the other isn't necessarily better or worse. It's your body and how you function and how you move and what keeps you with the best form, okay? That's what you need. Oh my gosh, these breaks, they're not long. All right, if you are challenging yourself beyond everything, longer breaks, my friend. 15, come on. Squeeze. Here we go. 20, let's go. Focus your gaze. Still the eyes, tighten the body, okay? That's how it goes. When you're in that movement, don't wander your gaze. When your mind and eyes wander, you lose that engagement, okay? We're dying.
So I always find that if you do a back squat, you're always tilted forward a little more. So you have to focus on staying on your toes. Here it's a little easier because the weight's already pushed back a little bit. But in the middle of your set, make an effort, wiggle your toes, make sure you're pushing out your heels.
Absolutely.
You don't want to tip it forward.
Absolutely. The weight is counteracting the booty, but you gotta stay a little upright and fight for it, okay? That's set. Remember, I want some of you not to be able to hit 15. Come on. Come on, you got it. Wiggle those toes. Oh. Okay, everything you can do. Come on, quick. I'm halfway, you can do it. All right, you guys, earn that break. Walk it out, grab a drink. You killed it. You should need this break. You should be dying, getting that sweat on. Oh. Whew. All right, from here, weights will lessen. I promise you, there should be nothing else that's necessarily, you're able to do this much. All right, with this being said, it is week 1. I do not expect you to be able to move mountains right now, okay? But I will be talking as the weeks progress, and you will be changing those weights, okay? You will be going heavier and pushing, and remember, repetitions may draw back because your strength is pushing. There is nothing wrong. We're gonna do 10 per leg, or 10 to 12. Ugh, probably 12 this week. We're gonna be doing that. But guess what? Maybe on week 4, maybe you're at 8 per leg because you went sky high, okay? You picked the weights that were ridiculous, and that's all you can do, 6 to 8. That is what it's all about, making those gains. All right, Bulgarian Split-Squat. Do you have a bench? Do you have a chair? If you have a kitchen chair and you have to put it against a wall, just remember put a towel on it because you may be moving it just a smidge on accident. You don't need to, but I would hate for somebody to say, there goes my wall all scratched up. Okay, so Dan and I have a bench. He he has a box. He can pull it forward a little bit, or you can see it, right? Okay, so here's the deal. The way I would like to prefer to teach everybody Bulgarian split squats, I want us to start at the bottom every time. So we are going to take our weights, we are going to plant them on the outside of our feet so that we can easily pick them up. Your first repetition comes from 0 at the bottom where you push up, okay? From pushing up, you never have to touch your knee again. Now, say you have a shorter bench or a step and your knee accidentally hits, just go ahead and put your little mat or towel or a small pillow under it so your knee doesn't pound on the floor, right? With this being said, if you can't do 2 weights, you hold 1 goblet style. The goal is to always do 2 because it will be harder. Yes, it is. Holding center is always easier, especially for balance and core connection. So holding 2 is way harder. We're gonna go with our right foot up, left leg pressing. Right from there, we're gonna get a 3 position reverse lunge, 0 weight. I'll step off it. We're gonna go medium, large, medium, 1. We'll have 8 sets of those, and guess what? Because there's no weights, no matter how heavy you go, you will always be completing 8 rounds. Okay, so with this being said, let's go ahead. I'm gonna put my right foot up on my bench. I'm gonna come down, and I prefer my tall socks today so that it doesn't rub on the bench. That's kind of why I wear them. But look at here, I am balanced. My body has a beautiful hinge. I can hinge over and grab my weight. Now, from here, I'm gonna push straight up, and I'm gonna come down to where I can. Nice, that's my 2. Beautiful. Go to 12. Nice. Now, are you pulling that back hip down? Drop your weights. Move that leg that was up. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. You want 8 sets. I'm halfway. Okay. Halfway through set 1. These ones take a while, okay? Leg day is never short. Leg day is challenging. Now, we gotta set up the same thing. So, figure out where your weights need to be. Opposite leg is up on the bench, so I'm coming down. I'm getting comfortable. I'm comfortable here before I engage. Now, find your balance and press. Slight hinge forward, pressing through the front leg. Come on. Beautiful. All right. Right leg forward, let's go. 1, 2, 3, stand tall. 1, 2, 3, up. Nice. Woo! Remember, only 8 sets. Yay. Okay, here's your break. First circuit down. How did you feel? What do you need to change? Now, even within this circuit, you're allowed to adjust the weights. So, could you go heavier? Could you go lighter with better form? Can you have bigger engagement in the body? You have to decide what you can do. All right? How are we feeling, Dan?
Great.
Okay, number 1 trick. Take your break, don't rush, okay? The more you take that break, get the blood out of just your legs and everywhere, you will have better form second circuit, so don't rush me. Here's the deal. As you are pushing on that single leg, you need your hips to act like they are perfectly touching a bar. Think if you had like a broomstick across your hips. At no point would either side of your hips leave the connection of that bar, okay? It's like a laser beam. You wanna be perfectly into it. As you pull back, your booty is gonna pull back, and then your front hip is gonna come forward, bringing the second side. Remember that. That is where the work lives. That's kind of the hardest part to teach, right? The connection and the evenness, and the same when you're moving. Don't let it come open, okay? Don't twist, close. You need to track like you're on railroad tracks, okay? Skis that are real close. All right, enough talking. Set 2. Remember, like I said, come down to the floor first. And you guys, learn to do this with lower benches first. I promise you, you will make those gains. Let's go, 12. Nice. Slight forward tip. Full extension in the leg. Press into the heel. Oh, all right, here we go. 3, step, back, and 1. You're strong. Ditch that last foot tap. All right, we know what's happening. Our mind is right. Our mind is right. That is what it's all about. Okay? Let's do the other side. Minimal break. Here, we take the break at the end. All right. Oops, find your footing. Press for 12. Come on, pull those hips even. All right, I'm gonna go this way. Now I want you to see my 3 positions. 1, 2, 3, boom. Nice, halfway, you got it. Fight, press that front leg. Okay, here's that beautiful break.
Another option, if you're advanced and at a gym, or if you have one at your house, you can use a TRX setup for this exercise too. Put that back leg
Use your cut.
in the loop.
Yes,
The whole new world.
it is. And I'm not gonna lie, some days you got it and some days you don't, okay? Nutrition plays into building strength. Remember that. If you feel kind of iffy, go back and say, ooh, what have I been eating for the past 2 days? How have I been eating? Good or crappy? How's your water intake? How's your sleep? Water intake and water, sleep, and nutrition will be the reason you have a day that feels awesome and powerful, or a day that feels sluggish, okay? We all have sluggish days. Just to make it clear, nobody gets away from them. Plus, if you overtrain, you might have it too. All right, here we go. Last set. We are freaking killing it. I just gave you guys a good minute break. All right, and push. 12. Fold down. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Quick. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Up. Medium. Huge. Medium. In. 1, 2, 3. Nice. My eyes are tracking in the same spot. That is what's going to help me push. I'm going 2 more sets. Was that 8 or 9? I lost count. And whenever you lose count, you always add an extra one, right? Okay. I'm feeling it. It's hard. I'm struggling, and that's where you want to be, okay? If you, yes. I tend to do that because I should not, but we're human, and we all struggle. All right, hit your 12. Come on, I need full press. It's powerful, push, and push. You're killing it.
Same thing with the toes.
Chest up. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Stabilize the visual. Yes. The more you stabilize, the better your balance. And if you're having a really rough day on balance, tongue to the roof of your mouth. Oh. Oh. Ooh, I saw you. I'm not even worried about what he's doing, but I saw him lifting that leg. Oh, that's how you should feel. You should feel like you need to go like this for a second, okay? That is why leg work works a whole bunch. And remember, big shoulders or strong shoulders and strong legs make all of this look way better. If you're talking to a girl who definitely doesn't even have any waist to hip ratio, so you gotta have some shoulders, have a little booty, helps you, helps you. All right, what is happening next? Oh, I don't even know if I'm ready. Okay, we have alternating reverse lunges. Now, yeah, we're building strength. We gotta go heavy. Okay, on my elevated back leg, Bulgarian Split-Squat, I had to drop weight. I'm not very good at that, okay? But I am good at keeping my feet on the ground. So, I have to go up in weights. All right. Oh, Dan has 50s. You know what that means for me? I need to be doing 20s. And by the time I roll into this, I'm gonna give myself a goal. I wanna be able to do 30s by the end of this 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I wanna be able to, right? I think I could. I think. I like to do half of what he does, and then I like to challenge myself to just get like a little bit closer. That's just a goal, because look, you know, that's a good variety of it.
I think she likes to rub it in.
No, like,
I did more than that.
Oh yeah. Hey, personal goals, okay? Take a quick drink, because this is your one and only, oh no, I can't say that. There's a plyometric, okay? But this is your first plyometric of the session, and it's squat jumps. Now these are not your average squat jumps. Daniel, could you please demonstrate what they're gonna be?
No weight. Feet are a little bit wider, hip width apart. Good solid base. You're gonna drop all the way down. All right, we're looking for a mixture of speed, but full range of motion. So we don't wanna be here half squat and tiny hop. We wanna get all the way down.
Tiny hops.
Really push that body up the floor.
Tiny hops are for your hit days, your 40-20s, your 50-10s, your 30-second drills, okay? Big squats today, I want butt down and I want butt high. And you know what? When you come up, you should like have a little butt jiggle. You should be like push and squeeze, okay? It's gonna be hard.
Swing those arms.
But fun, yes. So
arms forward at the bottom,
and
put
power
down,
yes.
Squeeze your core, squeeze your butt.
All right, okay. Remember, there is a tiny forward hinge on a reverse lunge. Let's go, right leg, 1, press forward, 2, press forward. You have to hit 16 or 8 sets. Nice. Do not move those arms, chest is up. Nice. Press. Halfway. Keep the knee behind the toes. Here we go for 4. Come on. All right, wait. Good luck, 15. about. I'm watching the time. I know what we've got. I know what we're doing. I know what we're capable of, okay?
Mentally, break it down into 3 sets of 5.
Yeah.
Makes it seem way better.
I love it, I love it. I love counting
15.
small. I love counting small. We're taking that break, guys. Please don't try to rush me. I am the queen of rushing when I work out with him, and he gets so frustrated because he's like, you're sacrificing your strength. Which is true. I am. Some of us girls maybe make fun of the guys that lollygag. There's a difference. There's a difference between lollygagging but actually taking that rest. I wouldn't say we're lollygagging, but some of those dudes need that break when they're down there trying to max out on reps. They need 3 to 5 minutes, okay? We're taking 1, and it's time. Let's go. All right, remember, your gaze is concentrated. Right leg, hand, press. Set 1, nice. Don't move your leg. Set 2 until you feel stable. So don't switch until you feel good. Yes, don't swing the arms. We're halfway, come on. Press forward, press forward. 3 more sets. Nice. 4 moves, come on. All right. Quick, go. Come on. Keep moving. Keep fighting. Functional training at its finest. Yes. You need a little stretching, mobility stretching. Think about it.
Check that heart rate.
Yes.
Really focus on your breath. Try to bring that down a little bit.
Mine's high. Woo! I'll be honest, I usually have a really high heart rate. I run high. I run extra excited. 12 seconds. 12. Okay. Did you see how high I got? Can I do it again? Can I? I don't know. I'm gonna try. That's like self-hype, right? 3, 2, right leg. Down, push, down. Bigger steps, my friends. Nice. Woo! Focus that gaze, chest up. Do not move the arms, you are halfway. Come on. 3, yes, 2 sets. Final set, big jumps. All right, come on.
Legs like jello.
Yep. Whew. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Okay, let's put those weights out of the way. You need nothing for the next one. Whew. Why are we putting our weights away? Because it's movement, and movement helps recover, okay? Active, small movement is always going to be better than standing still, okay? Now, you are always allowed, and my legs just like, you're always allowed to be here because this is better than anything where my heart drops, okay? You can't have your heart drop. You can't lay flat on the ground. No, no, no. You could be here. See, I can go in through my nose, out through my mouth. Plus, in through the nose. Long out through the mouth will help prevent cramping, stitches in your side, stitches in your airways, right? Those are real. Have you ever had a stitch here or back here? It's because you're shortening your exhale and you're causing that concentration right there. So you gotta have in 1 to 2, out 1 count longer. That's all it takes. So I go in 2, out 3 usually. I'm usually talking. Okay. As you can see, this is real time, my friends. As the weeks progress, remember, it's gonna get harder. You are going to get better. Yes, that is exactly what's gonna happen, okay? So, here's the deal. We're down on the ground. We're gonna do inverted leg press or leg extension, however you like to look at it. You can also think about it as a quad drop and press. So what I need is I need you to stay a little more toe-based, and I need you to bend at the knees, and then I need you to lock it up at the top. And ladies, the aging, you know how the skin slowly drags? It happens to the best of us. You need to pull that muscle, and I want your muscle 100% as far away from the kneecap as your body comes. Okay, from that, some of you will know this move, others of you will be like, oh, that's awful. The girls that know it or the men, they know it's awful. We're all gonna say it's awful. Okay, we have Pike Jumps. Now, there are 3 versions of Pike Jumps, and I guarantee you, if you stick with this program, by the end you will be doing the highest version, okay? Version 1 of a Pike Jump, booty high, soft bend in my knees, pulling my hips, and as I pull my hips, I squeeze my legs, okay? Belly button and legs. Okay, that's what you feel. You feel like there's a string in your body pulling your belly button up, and you squeeze your legs because you have to squeeze to land gentle on your knees. If you are set 2, level 2, you get high here, this way. Squeeze, squeeze. If you are level 3, do I have any in me? You are. Okay, that takes every part of my body to do, okay? They are back to back. 15 leg presses or inverted extensions to 10 jumps, and we rest for 30.
And no level of the jump is easy.
No.
Every single one. Even the level 1, it's like a constant pulse. There's never a relaxed moment.
Just try to start from the beginning. Try to get half an inch off the ground. That is always the goal. That's it. That's it. That's always the goal. All right, here we go. Hands are wide. Your pressure is in the heel pad of your hand. Thumb is wide, first finger is wide, the other 3 are there for balance and support. Legs are at a V, and we go. Down, press 1, squeeze, down, contract 2, down, 3, you got 15. Nice. We got 5 more. Squeeze the muscles. My last one. All right, pikes, here we go, 10. Okay, you get 30 seconds. Now, this is my 30 seconds, so if you're at a different pace, have your timer on your phone running or a clock, okay? You could even be seated on the floor if you have to be. Remember, you are pushing and squeezing every single time, and we have 5 seconds. In through the nose, out through the mouth. If you need a longer break, it may be. Okay, ready? Let's go. Down and squeeze. Bend and squeeze. Oh. We've got 5. How you doing, Dia?
Last one.
Oh, you're going faster than me. Woo! That's okay. Jump in pikes for 10. Okay. The squeeze hurts so much. If you are out there and you don't think that squeeze hurts, what you waiting for? Squeeze what your mama gave you, okay? I promise you, the more you squeeze here, the more everything drops in. Also, if you a baddie, grab that knee band. Get that band on your legs. Keep your legs with tension the entire time, including your joints. That'll be my goal as I progress. Okay.
Last one?
Yeah.
Let's make it a challenge.
Okay, what's the challenge,
For the
babe?
jumps,
Oh no.
we'll do our 10, but then 10 more with that level 1, that small pull.
Oh, gotcha.
So everyone's doing 20.
Okay, here we go. Squeeze. Come on. Squeeze. Oh, I got 5 more and it hurts so bad. Okay, here we go. 10. I got babies. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, oh. I've never sweat so much. We're filming this on a rainy day. What? The cloud coverage is so real. Okay. My legs hurt so bad. How do I get up, Dan? Dan helped me write this, you guys. So I got resources and knowledge from all facets of life. You guys, he is an amazing resource. He always comes up with the worst and the best things. Insane. All right. Oh, I know they're out there saying, yeah, Dan. Hey, okay. So, you guys, what did you get better on? What happened today? Let's move. What did you increase on? Okay? If this is beyond week 1, how'd you do? How are you feeling? Did you make a note on week 1 how you felt at the end? And do you feel different or better or worse in the next following weeks? Also, depending on how you feel, does it definitely relate to the weights you lifted? Did you go heavier? Did you push harder? Do you have some setbacks right now? Are you on some momentum? Are you like tracking with all the good things, sleep, nutrition, and water intake? How are you doing? That is what it's all about. So, my friends, comment below because your comments below can be your thread of accountability, okay? We are here to be accountable for one another, and we are here to encourage each other because that's the only thing I'm about is spreading the joy and the awesomeness of being healthy or trying to get healthy. So, you guys, comment below, set your intentions, set your accountability, let other people know what you were lifting, and then they can go, dang girl, I want to be like that girl or that dude, okay? We are here to support one another and cheer each other on, and I know you guys are doing an impeccable job. All right, so look forward to day 3 workout coming up. Remember, we're doing these in order. We're not switching around. They are repeats because you are proving to yourself how awesome you are. All right, my friends, like, subscribe, and hey, share with your friends because remember, your friends don't have to start on day 1 with you. Your friends could start behind you. It's up on YouTube. It's there forever. So, anyways, feel a little bit of the sunshine and joy that happens in somebody else's world. That's a good thing to thought. I just came up with that. I don't need to know. Anyways, have the best day. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate you. That's all there is. I appreciate you for working hard and putting in the effort.